with that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time once again to play. I am, as always, your host for these things, X Mega Man 32X, coming to you live and not quite as loud from the great state of New Mexico. Today, I am here alone by myself. Pizza is asleep. The wife is asleep. Mega Baby is also asleep after a long and apparently very tumultuous day at the pool. They're all exhausted, so I am just coming to you by myself, sitting here in my living room, and I'm going to be playing for you a game that I've liked very much since I've started playing. I am going to be playing for you. I have no idea. Diablo. Hi. How are you? Just me. Only me. I'm all you get. I'm sorry. Skeleaco 5 is out with her cousins, probably still hanging out at the pool. They rented out a hotel in El Paso. So she's there with her cousins. You might remember what the 99. She's with him. Mega Baby is asleep in my wife, or in our room as I speak. Pizza is in her room in her bunk bed. So it's just me. So tonight's going to be, I guess, an extended broadcast. We played probably 2 hours. Hopefully I can stay awake. I worked a 13-hour shift. Did a little exercise, so I'm feeling good. I'm awake. This game has a tendency to put me to sleep, not for a bad reason, it's just because it's so lengthy, and I usually play at night in the dark, so hopefully I don't fall asleep for you guys tonight, because that'd be more than a little embarrassing. That kind of show up on YouTube, where all 21 subscribers would see it. Tonight's unofficial sponsor is Coca-Cola Cherry Zero. It's my favorite. Turn down the volume a little bit. Wife is asleep. Everyone's asleep. So, like I said, just me. So, before I start, I had mentioned previously that I'm going to be starting my channel back on Twitch, where I'm going to be doing a lot more of the videos solo, like I'm doing tonight. So this is just going to be, I guess, a small glimpse. I know that for my 21 subscribers that I have currently, and hopefully I get hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands more, maybe one day. I know that you guys usually come for the kids. I will do my absolute best to be as entertaining as possible. Playing a game that I've invested quite a bit of time into already, playing Diablo 3. Reaper of Souls, I am in the last act, which is Act 5. I've already defeated Diablo. You fight against Diablo at the end of Act 4. And I'm assuming, I'm not certain, so maybe one of my viewers can correct me on this, but this was the DLC for this particular game, and it came bundled in the Ultimate Evil Edition. If, and this is a huge if I happen to actually finish the game tonight for you guys, I would actually stop this broadcast, and if time allows, start up another game. The next game on my list, which would be Dust and Elysian Tale. I'm letting the beard grow out a little bit. It makes my fat face look fatter still. But I digress. I'd rather have a little bit too much beard than not enough. It's patchy as hell, as enough as it is. So, for those of you guys that haven't played, I actually played Diablo way back when, the very first game, back on PC, and that was actually my friend Ron, who currently lives in Utah, I believe. And hi Ron, if you're watching, if you happen to watch. Him and his brother were actually the ones that provided me with the first set of games. So I had Diablo 2, and I had the expansion pack as well for those games. And at the time, I really didn't know what a dungeon crawler was. You know, you're just kind of running around and picking up loot and destroying people, and that's pretty much it. But now that I'm a little bit older, and I can understand the semblance of the story that's going on, and quite frankly, I'm tired most of the time, so it's nice to just kind of play a game where I can just kind of pick it up and go, kind of like I do with Warriors, the Warriors series. Speaking of which, I've seen some screenshots of Down to Warriors 9, and that looks pretty freaking amazing. Okay, let's see if I can get this loaded here. I'll find myself, because it knows that I'm live. So if you guys happen to comments, so lower the volume. So if you guys happen to comment, I have one viewer at the moment, and that's cool. I do this for you guys, and I do this for myself to have fun. I do it with the kids to have fun. So anyway, enough talking. Let me start playing, and I'll talk and go as I'll try to do my best to be as loquacious as possible while trying to beat all the baddies on the screen. To kind of give you guys an overview of the map, this is one of the maps. So you can see my task on the left-hand side of the screen: siege runes retrieved from the battlefields of eternity. I gotta find 2. I come across that little orange thing that you see there on the screen. That's actually an entrance to a dungeon that I've already went into. That blinking thing that you see down at the bottom of the screen, that's where my objective is. And of course, me being the player that I am, I don't go to the blinking dot yet. So that's next. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go up around the northern part of the map and kind of take it from there. Okay. I chose to be a crusader. I've always liked the sword and shield setup, and that's when I played For Honor, when I did the beta test for that, that's what I did as well. I don't remember the actual character. What the hell? I just picked up something. Bracers. Alright, let's identify these. If you don't know what it is, it shows up as identified. You press X, hold square to identify it. If you're playing on PS4, obviously if you're playing on computer, it's a totally different set of keys you set yourself. Now, the way that I put my armor on, I really don't care if it's orange, which means that it's a legendary piece, or yellow if it's rare. Really, the only thing I look for is the thing that gives me the biggest stat boost. So more green arrows other than red, I apply it. So in this case, I'm going to equip these legendary bracers. And then I'll kind of hold on to those other items until I max out my inventory. And then I'll warp back to town, salvage it, and go from there. There's all kinds of crap you can pick up in this game. Like, literally, it's constant. Gift from me to pizza. You can pick up stuff like that too, that you can actually send your fellow players. Oh, sorry, it's in here. No, where is it? Here. Gift for me to pizza for my daughter. There you go. She has never played Diablo, and nor will she for quite some time. I don't let my kids play M-rated games. You don't see my daughters playing Call of Duty anytime soon. Letters are there for a reason. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. I grew up playing Mortal Kombat, and I probably shouldn't have. So I don't want to do that to my kids. Again, though, especially Skelly, she's super mature for a kid her age. But I'd rather not. That big circle of death means something's gonna come crashing down on top of my head. Oh my god, there's another one. Those are mines that I'm gonna step over. They don't hurt. Or they're the bugs. Go away. Some stuff shooting. Now, for you Diablo enthusiasts, I play the game on normal. Again, it's the first time I've played Diablo in years. So I didn't realize how difficult it would or would not be. And honestly, I'm very used to this game on normal difficulty. So if you're starting out on Diablo, start on hard, you'll be fine. At least on hard. These guys really, I mean, at most, wait, if you look at my life meter, it'll get rid of that big chunk that I have at the very end, and then I'll start attacking, and then it fills right back up. So it's never a question if I'm gonna die. It's really just how many hits it's gonna take for me to defeat whatever it is that I'm fighting.
Bad luck for you, friend.
Don't misunderstand. It's fun, and I thoroughly enjoy this game. Even though I said I kind of fall asleep, but that's not the fault of the game, nor is it the fault of Blizzard. That's just me being a lazy fat guy. Staying up too late. Well, like now. But I digress. I must play. Necessity. Ask the wife. I get grumpy when I don't play, so she's cool about it. She lets me play. Doesn't stand in the way. Hopefully you guys are as lucky as I am one day, if ever you're interested in getting better. So find that person that appreciates your hobbies and supports you versus trying to get you out of it. could be really easy for her, I'm sure, just to say, you know, grow up, you know? You're 31-year-old guy, stop playing video games. She says I maybe play too much sometimes, which is true. Especially with Mass Effect. When I was playing Mass Effect on Andromeda, I was staying up till like 3, 4 in the morning sometimes, having to go into work at night. It was a good situation. On top of that, trying to take care of Mega Baby, forget about it. I was not a very productive student, nor father. Oh, okay, so if they're yellow like that, they're usually extra difficult. Grab my horn, use these powers, kind of spam this. Gets rid of all the baddies surrounding me. Crashing down, he's back. How you doing? Well, if you stop running away like a little wood, maybe I'd actually be able to kill you. So he dug back down, and he ran back away. Grabbed my horse. It actually causes holy damage when I do that, so there's a reason why I'm running around on my horse like that. That's what I'm saying, this boss, this guy, is not necessarily tough. Took time. For instant fires, I'm not gonna equip that. Alright, let's run back over here to the right, fill in this portion of the map. Destroy a hive cluster, okay? Again, I'm back this a little bit. Not a baddie. Praetorian charge on this. Cool name. Praetorian lava. Idea is to get as many kills as you can in a row. Increases the amount of experience that you receive. So we level up faster. There you go. 1.75 experience bonus. 4 guys came out. This one, and that one will go by kill Ixaltla. There you go. Alright, that's what's getting equipped. I'm a big guy right now. So there's different powers that you can set, and each power that I have correlates with one of the things that you see on the screen. So X is that attack, which is Smite. Yep. So that's what X does. R2 is the other thing that you see, the hammers spinning around me as I'm fighting. That's what that is. So, yep. Someone's a blessed hammer that spins around you, damaging all enemies hit. Consecration, that's square. Yeah. A heal. There's a horse. Bind monsters near you with chains and drag them as you ride, dealing holy damage. You see, I told you I was doing it for a reason. Circle is the one I like. When I activate this one, it actually, well, it increases the attack speed. This is what the actual power does. But then the rune, which is the thing that you see at the bottom of the screen, so long as that thing is active, as I kill more monsters, the thing lasts longer. And then that's the big attack, which is R1, that takes a little bit longer to kind of regenerate. That's the thing that makes me huger than what I already am. I think huger is a word. Those are different things that I can equip. If you care about the sort of thing as far as the aesthetics of the armor, you can actually go back into the town and pay someone some of the gold that you earn. You see it at the bottom left screen. Pay them gold and they can change the appearance of the weapon or piece of armor. I don't care. It's just something I put on to increase my stats. I don't care about the appearance. That's why my dude looks kind of ragtag, but don't matter to me. So you can see I'm level 58. I honestly don't know what the thing is next to my gold. Maybe some of you guys can actually educate me. Those are the skills that I showed you. These skills here at the bottom of the screen, these are passives. The weapon that I'm actually using is actually a two-handed weapon, but since I like using the shield, I have that one, which is my initial one, which lets me use a two-handed weapon in one hand. It reduces the amount of damage I deal by 20%, but then I augment that just by increasing my strength stat, and it's fine. Every once in a while, though, I will run across a weapon that's one-handed that I can equip a different skill to, that'll actually let me attack faster, and then that actually causes more damage. This is, I believe, once I hit level 70, as I continue to level up, I can increase these Paragon core traits. But since I'm not level 70 yet, I can't do it. The cool thing with Diablo is that you actually have the opportunity to kind of replay the campaign. There's different modes you can play on once you finish. I'm just finishing the campaign mode. Once I'm done with that, I'm considering that done with the game, and then I'll proceed on to the next one. That's the follower. She's the enchantress. She's the one that I normally have going with me since I'm a up-close melee fighter. I want a distance fighter. Now you can get this other guy named, he's a scoundrel, and he attacks either with a crossbow or with a bow and arrow. But she actually deals more damage, if I'm not mistaken. So I just use her. You'll notice that weapon that's there in inventory, it's got that circle. You can actually attach gems to that, thereby increasing either the damage or one of the other stats. You can attach a jewel or a gem, like a diamond, amethyst, I think is the other one, or one of the other ones. You can also equip them with their own weapons, so that's the weapon. She's got that weapon over there. That one right there, which is the Vengeance Rib. That's the thing. Again, all I care about is I look at the triangles. That's a lot of red triangles, so that weapon she's got is good. I also count the number of triangles, so the one I care about the most is the sword, which is the attack. So it's a net. It's a even, and I don't want to reduce her attacks, so I'm not going to give her the Radiance Defiance ring. There's nothing else she can equip. Okay. On to the next part. Let's go back over here to the left. I just want to fill in that piece of the map. Hi. I don't know what that means. This guy's always kind of freaked me out. He's just walking along and then this dual freaking worm just decides to poke his head out. Didn't need the hammer for that. I thought there was going to be more coming out. Like that. See? It just came out of nowhere. What's cool is with the power that I'm using, the smite with X, it actually attaches or it actually hits multiple enemies at a time. You can also, a lot of the things in the environment are destructible, so you can destroy things like pots, urns, boxes, crates. If you break 7 or more at a time, it increases your movement speed, because there's no run or sprint button in this game. You guys are about to hear the history of Pandemonium, which
was destined
this
to be
world.
our battlefield. It was formed in the chaos of the last struggle between the Diamond Warrior Anu and the Dragon Baphomet. Now eons of war have scarred every patch of ground. The cycle of victory and defeat is the foundation of our existence and the essence of the eternal conflict.
There you go. History of Pandemonium Part 2. If I remember the lore correctly, Pandemonium is the one that was created by the angels, and then discovered by the demons, or discovered by hell, and now they fight over it.
As war raged through Pandemonium, the aspect of justice called for a fortress to be raised around the World Stone. We built a shining citadel, but in time it fell to the demons. It has since changed hands countless times, becoming a patchwork of angelic and demonic expression.
There you go. Some more history of Pandemonium for you. The viewers that just joined, thank you for watching. Another big thing about the fall from the sky. Break the box. She gets hurt when she walks through that fire, but she doesn't care. I can just heal her anyway. Just drink a potion. This guy, you get it. Surrounds himself with stone, and then you break the stone, and he's just a little dude. And he gone. More guys. Cool. As I play, talk to you a little bit about other stuff that's going on. Well, as you guys know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I have been since I was as big as Pizza Pizza. There's been a lot of debate and a lot of discussion among Star Wars enthusiasts regarding the expanded universe. Some guys will tell you that the new Star Wars stuff is not canonical. Other people will tell you that the new stuff is, and all the stuff that came before is, well, actually Lucasfilm and Disney have come out and said that that stuff is not part of canon, so therefore not intrinsic to the story. So with that being said, I actually started reading a lot of the new items that have been coming out by Disney regarding the new canon of Star Wars. So I'm almost done watching the animated series, The Clone Wars, which is really cool. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're Star Wars fans, you need to watch that because it's pretty freaking amazing. And I heard Star Wars Rebels is really good too, but I haven't seen that. Usually if these baddies are a different color, like these, or purple, I'll pay a little bit more attention to them. Again, not that they're harder, but because they take longer.
Revel in your victory, my friend.
Reveling in my victory. Thank you. I am reveling right now. I revel in fight. It's the only way to revel, in my opinion. I mean, why would you want to revel in your victory and stand around? Adds additional time to the kill streak. Okay. More leg guards. Oh crap, leg guards. Scared the crap out of me.
Not ready yet.
I tried to do the R1 attack. They do have cooldown, so they don't worry. It's still up. It's huge. See what the hammer does. And you go.
Do I know of the Downwalker? Very little. It roams the outskirts of Pandemonium, a lumbering giant with a gaping hollow at its core. Somehow, it can hide its body away, disguising itself as a mere portal. Those who pass through it are trapped in a distant world, never to be seen again.
I forgot who that was talking. I feel bad. I should really remember names, but I have a hard time doing it. That's my coworkers. Took some time to remember some of their names when I first started over
Something
there.
now inhabits the fortress. I am certain of it. Long have I gazed upon its scarred facade, dreaming of the safe haven its walls offer. But it has changed. The vacant terraces have turned
I'll
cold.
let that finish talking.
I am so desperate to escape the demons. But whatever is in the fortress may be worse.
Okay, let's go in here. Can't hurt. What is it? I have no idea. Looks like I'm gonna need a refill. You guys gonna come down? Yep. I'm enjoying the party, why not? Really? Just one? Okay. More of these guys. Nobody hit one. Okay. Which way to go? She's just standing there in the fire, just hanging out. Spam that until that goes down. See, so my life doesn't really go down. So I'm never too worried about dying. I mean, even when I fought Diablo, the fight I think lasted for all of like a minute, if that long. Pretty straightforward. So yeah, play on a harder difficulty than I am. I was the one who hadn't done this in a while. That there before. Thankfully it doesn't take up too much of that energy. That little orb you see in the bottom left corner that's kind of smoky, that's my wrath. That's the limiter that I have on those powers with the exception of X. X is the thing that I can spam. But everything else, I need wrath to use it. Big dude, haven't seen anybody before. I'm sure I fought against them, I just don't remember. Alright. So I didn't really thoroughly explore this larger area. I don't think anyway. Yeah, hide there. What the hell? Where'd it go? Okay. Okay. Usually if there's 2 or more baddies on the screen, I'll just throw out a hammer just to expedite the process of destroying them. Come on down, buddy. It's not gonna hurt you, it's gonna kill you. It's not gonna hurt at all. Look at me. There you go, you see? Told you. Come on, come down. Join the party. Let's go this way first. Okay, that little laugh you heard, that's, I don't even know what the hell it's called. But it has gold in that bag, so you want to get those before they disappear. The quicker you can kill them, the more stuff you get out of them. So I'm gonna chase after him. Got a crit hit on that. Taking a little bit too long. I killed the other guys without even thinking about it. Just stand here and spam it. There you go. Alright, so that's a lot of stuff I just got. So let's see if any of it's worth. Okay, that's a good one. Any of it's worth equipping. Okay, that's all in it. Let me just check my inventory here real quick, make sure I have gems attached to everything that I'm supposed to. Looks like it. Okay, cool, we're good. Now, the only item that I have, that I use, that I don't apply that triangle rule to, with more green versus red, is my weapon. I only care about the attack. I don't give a damn if it lowers my armor, if it lowers my vitality. Vitality is life. I don't care. I just want to hit this dude as hard as I can. Things break. One of those little dudes when they come out. My mace is better than yours, bro. I guess they disappear, they go back under when I break the little height. If I don't get close enough to them. I'm assuming. I don't think Blizzard would be so nonchalant in their animation. I think that's what he's intending to do. Oh, speaking of that, animatics in this game is beautiful. Even though this game is already a few years old, man, some of the best animatics that I've seen in a game have been amazing. And this is talking about, you know, I just finished playing Mass Effect Andromeda, which is a game that came out this year. Yeah, it's beautiful. Now, the gameplay graphics, they look nice in and of themselves, but if you actually look at the character model, let me show you a better picture. It's a little rough around the edges if you look at the zoomed in model, so there's definitely some pixelation going on in the armor, in the boots. Just look at the detailing around the midsection. It's rough, but I mean, it's a model that's intended to be seen from a distance. So from a distance, it looks pretty good. But yeah, you get that blown up model and a little rough. But I digress. That's the only thing that I have to complain about as far as this game is concerned. The gameplay is fun. The story that I can remember has been pretty engaging. Pretty bad. It doesn't sound like it's so engaging. I can't really remember much of it. So apparently my dude is something called a Nephilim, which is an amalgam or a combination of both angelic and demonic powers. I have the capability of being both. And the main baddie in Act 5 of this game, he's the Angel of Death, who views all demons as evil, which makes sense. But since humans are half angel and half demon, he wants to destroy the human race. He doesn't care. So that's essentially the premise of this act of the game. There's a portal again. So apparently there's just a geyser of gold just waiting to erupt for, you know, the next clip of Netflix kind of passed over so it can just vomit out all the gold. Apparently. I think that's how it works in real life. You know, who hasn't had a fountain of cash just spew up at them when they step up on a piece of the ground? Any piece of ground, really, because it's not marked. Or whatever. Not a complaint, just a statement.
Spider light be damned.
I don't want to freeze. Thank you. I don't want to do that either. I don't want burning.
Patience.
I have none. Cool, so I just got some cool new boots that I have to identify. And me, some more guys are on here. Take them out. Oh, come on.
Over there? Let us cleanse it from the...
Wait, hold on. I want to look at these boots first. Let's identify these. Hopefully it's something good. It is. Equip that. Iron toe mud sputters. No idea what that means. 25% increased movement speed based on amount of life missing. Well, hell.
This land.
It's not normally something I'm missing. The only thing that's bad about the maces that I'm using, the one that I have on the right, is that they hit so freaking slow. 0.9 attacks per second, it's pretty slow. Demolisher's Legend, that even sounds amazing. It's just a hammer. Nothing too pretty, just beat the shit out of some people. I break your head. And then I use the stadium for board material. Another one. Pressing X. Alright, let's explore this area a little bit. Find what needs to be found. He just died. It's huge. Okay, so that's gonna take me back out of the portal. Guess I don't want to do that yet. Nope, I want to continue exploring. That guy looks like he's really heavy. I guess he is, with all the armor that he's wearing. Oh, so I was talking about Star Wars. Forgot. That's my chain of thought. So yeah, I started reading. So like there was a comic book series of Star Wars that came out called Obi-Wan and Anakin. It was a 5-issue run, and I have the graphic novel of it, and it was okay. It was pretty solid. And then I read the prequel novel to Rogue One, which is called Catalyst, and that was a really good book, and it actually helps really flesh out that storyline of Rogue One, and it kind of makes the tension between Krennic and Urso feel like it has a little more gravitas. So really, really cool novel. And then right now I'm reading a book called Star Wars Dark. Sorry, I have it over there. I was reading it earlier. Star Wars Dark Disciple, which is actually a story of Asajj Ventress, who used to be the apprentice of Count Dooku, before she was betrayed by him at the behest of Darth Sidious. And it also, the novel also stars another Jedi named Quinlan Vos, which actually comes out. He's actually in episode 1, Phantom Menace. There's a scene where young Anakin, is passing by a bar on Tatooine, and you'll actually see him. You can see his yellow tattoo across his face. So he's there undercover on a mission. Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan just happen to land on the planet where he's at. Going back to the battlefield. So, reading that, so it stars them two, and the portion of the book that I read, considered a spoiler since it came out last year, is apparently they're having to assassinate Count Dooku, which is ultimately accomplished by Anakin, of course. And Anakin doesn't actually assassinate him, he just kills him in the heat of battle. Let's go in there. So yeah, ultimately defeated by Anakin, but the Jedi Council had assigned Quinlan Vos to enlist the help of Asajj Ventress to kill Dooku. So at the point of the book that I'm at, which is approximately halfway through, Quinlan is actually just starting to tap into the dark side of the Force. And it's been a pretty good read, really easy read. Actually, each chapter is no more than 7-8 pages long. And you can kind of visualize it, especially if you've seen the Clone Wars series. It's really easy to envision that being an actual episode. Alright, we're back in equipment. We're moving. More hammers come out. Okay. Not difficult, but that was unexpected. Alright, so there was no difference. Oh, I can't even equip. So depending on the type of character you have, you're able to equip some pieces of armor or weapons. And so that's your since my guy does not deal magic-based damage, I can't equip anything like a mace or staff. And since he's not a distance fighter, I can't equip a bow and arrow or a crossbow. Strictly melee. I was supposed to do something.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, so this is the point here when I run into a situation like that where I create the portal. You know, it's in a bad spot.
Need to go back.
No, it should be fine. Never mind. Alright, so if you press the right directional button, it transports you automatically back to town. And then this is the town that I'm currently in. Each town is different depending on the act that you're in. Okay, so the first thing I do when I get back to town is I always check to make sure that I have the best weapons equipped possible. Not only for myself, but for each of my followers, or the secondary characters. The other part of my party, I guess. Everything checks out so far. Excuse me. Okay, so now I checked mine, checked my follower. And since she's the one that I utilize predominantly, I want to make sure that she has the best gear. After her, it's the Templar that I use the most, which the only time I really use the Templar is when I'm already paired with another distance fighter. So if I already have one, I don't need two in my party, so I'll have two melee guys and one distance fighter. These are the different skills that you can attach to them. Alright, so let's give him that. And that. Okay, and then the Scoundrel I never use, so, but I still check his equipment just to be on the safe side.
Good to be had, then I'm in.
Okay, so I'll switch back to her. Now, before I do anything else, I come back over here to this guy. His name is Shen. He's the one that allows you, and you can actually do it on the field. You can always install any gem you want if you have a socket on your weapon or piece of armor. But he's the only one that can actually remove items, remove gems. So, like this one, for example, I removed. That one I have equipped, so I don't need to remove that. So now that I did that, oh. Let me pick it up.
You can only carry so much on the crusade.
Got you. So let me salvage over here first. Repair everything I have equipped. You just do that by pressing square. And then I salvage everything. Mass salvage, I just press triangle, but yes. So everything that was salvageable was just salvaged. So now I come back here, and I really don't care about, well, I do and I don't check the weapons to see if there's anything that would be better than what I have. So I might check out that sword since it's a level 58. The hammer I just equipped is a level 57. So I'll probably make it just to be on the safe side if I have enough materials, because you do need materials in order to craft these items. So I have level 57, 56, 57. I mean, the stuff I have is already better than anything that he can make me. I don't care about the rings. I don't do the items, can't equip them. Okay, so he can't really make me any armor, so I'll check the weapons. So 58, there's the axe he can make. He can also make me that sword. Anything else of note? 54, nope. Okay, so let's check this one. It's two-handed axe, 58. And that's a rare sword, so I'll make that one. And sometimes, depending on how much damage it gives me, it could actually be stronger than a two-handed weapon. It sounds counterintuitive, but it's happened 3 times. Okay, so when I'm looking at that number and determining if I want to apply it, you have to do a little bit of math. So I had showed you guys previously that one of the skills that I have on there is I can wield a two-handed weapon with a single hand, but it reduces my damage by 20%. So what you could do is you can just do some real quick math. 20% of 94, that's 198. No, 188. Yeah, 188. So 188, subtract that from 944. That's 844, 804, 764. Around there. So just with that quick math, the sword really isn't going to work. But just to be on the safe side, I'll get out of here. And since I already have the sword, what I'll do is I'll change the skill. So I'll change it to this one, which is Fervor. Wielding a one-handed weapon, your attack speed is 15% faster. So I'll do that one. Now, before I do that, I'm going to just show you the baseline stat of damage that I'm looking at. 30,866. Amount of damage per second you can deal. Okay, so that's my top number, 3866. Now let me change the skill to that one, and change the weapon to that one, and let's see. So it's a substantial difference. So using the two-handed weapon with the single hand with that particular skill gives me 7,000 more damage, even though my attack speed has been increased. So it's better for me to stick with that, change the skill to this, and then put my shield back on. And there you go. So that's the thing that gives me the optimum amount of damage. So since I know that, I'll go back over here, salvage the sword that this dude just made me. All I did is I lost a little bit of materials, but I'm gonna get those back and just keep salvaging stuff. Okay, so now that I did that, I have a little bit of money. I think it was at 27. So after that I check the shops.
Hello there.
And see if there happens to be anything that is better than what I have equipped and better than what the guy can actually craft for me. Because in the early stages of the game, it's actually beneficial to you to actually craft your weapons, or craft everything actually, because gold is at a premium at the beginning of the game, and it's not cost effective to be buying all your stuff. So it's cheaper to salvage it and craft it, because it only costs 1,000 gold to create a piece of armor or a weapon versus 15,000 for that pipe that's up on the top of the screen. Not that one. Okay, so she didn't have anything.
Thanks for taking a look.
Let's check her. That flail. This one. That's actually your Crusader's primary weapon, and that's actually the weapon that they start you with. Obviously not that exact flail, because it's level 55, you start at level 1. But that's supposed to be your primary weapon. Don't use it. There's a lot of other items that are better. Alright, let's just check everything else that she might have. So again, the only thing I care about is the triangles, more green than red, with the exception of the weapon. The weapon, I only care about the attack. Then I have that skill anyway that increases my attack speed, so the speed, if anything, is it's not really a hindrance, it's just more of an inconvenience. I think it's a more apropos term. Okay, so he had nothing. So then, since I have gold that I don't need, what you can do is you can actually go back down to Shen here. And these guys that help you, if you want to, I had kind of touched on changing the appearance of some of your items. You come to Miriam over here and she can help you change that. I think they call it transmogrifying items, and give them different aesthetic. It's a gold sink. There's no point. Really, the one that I use is Hadrig, which is my swordsmith. I forget the actual term. It says artisan. Blacksmith. Jesus, I had a brain spasm. I'm sorry. It's been a long day. And then Shen. Now, this is also a gold sink, and it serves really no purpose at all, other than I guess to kind of help alleviate some of your inventory space, because you can combine these lesser jewels into better ones, things that give you better perks. So I think I'm at the stage where I've already traded in all the little rubies that I have, or all the little gems that I have. So there's diamond, ruby, topaz, emerald, and amethyst. And I think all the little ones are gone. They are. So then I just start back up at the top, do the tier 3. So 5 grand, and it changes the flawless diamonds. 2 of those flawless diamonds go into creating 1 square diamond, and I just kind of do that for all of them. Again, it is a gold sink, but the gems really serve no purpose, especially the lower level ones at this point. They really don't help you at all. You need higher. Dang, it's gonna take me some money. You need some higher quality gems to actually make it worth your time. Alright, so that puts me at topaz. I still have more topaz to go, emerald, and then amethyst. I got a few of all those, so it's gonna take me a fair bit of gold. So you guys can see, you just go up the tier. So now, if I want to make the flawless square amethyst. Then I had to combine 2 of the square amethysts, and then pay 10,000 Shen can combine them, thereby increasing its effectiveness. Okay, so now that I did all that, let's go back to fighting. Actually, let's pick up these things first. And there was nothing that I could have used, but I liked having it anyway. Alright, let's get out of here. Sorry, I was checking my phone. Okay, so I guess let's go finally scope out that blinking thing there. Force field. That easy. All those little guys went away. Okay, so let's go back over here. Make sure I didn't miss anything. I didn't. I've already checked out both of those ruins, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the portal. That's the place I just came out of. Okay. This one I already went into previously. Yeah. All I had to do is just go in there and kill everyone. Okay, so that portion of the map is cleared, so really the only way for me to go now is southwest. I still don't know what that is. I think it's some kind of power up. I never paid attention. I pay attention enough. I don't pay attention to safety. There's gonna be another one over there. Get that angel off of that spike. He gone. Finally.
May their corpses rot here forever.
Sheesh. Really? I agree with that sentiment. Bone vengeance. Alright, so that's the direction I'm supposed to go in, so let's not go that way yet. I wonder if my nephews enjoy the way that I play games. What's the 99? I don't know if you'll like a game like this that requires not necessarily patience, but he's really big into those FPS games, more than Twitchy games. Can't do that. Maybe I'm acting older than what I actually am, but I just have a hard time with those. Twitch reflexes are not something I'm good at. Just look behind the ribs, free them, and then kill them. Whoa! That's a lot of baddies. Easy enough. Man, that guy totally disintegrated.
Bad luck for you, friend.
I almost got 100 kills. Alright, so don't want that one. Don't need that one. Baleful Bane. It's a mouthful. Again, for those of you that didn't catch the beginning of the broadcast, Pizza Pizza is actually in the other room. She's knocked out, and Skelly Hawko 5 is with her cousin Huerta 99. And they were hanging out in the pool at a hotel room, but where I live, it's currently 1:19 in the morning, so hopefully those crazy kids are not in the pool anymore. It'd be a very drastic, extreme case of dry skin. That'd be terrible. Sorry, I'm just pausing the action here just real quick. Okay, let's go down the stairs. New event. Unlock the timeless prison. Left face is terrible. Here you go. I got the siege rooms, so then now that I have those, I can actually power up a ram that I need. I don't know why I needed rooms to power a ram, but that's what Imperius, who is the general of the Legions of Heaven, that's what he said I had to do, so that's what I did. Simple as that. Let's see if this needs anything. It does not. Just a nice, easy pace. The guy is not in a rush to get anywhere. Just ride the horse and kind of expedite the process. Oh, I guess I never picked those up. Okay. Siege outpost. Hold on. Before I proceed there, I'm going to pause it here for 30 seconds. I'm going to get a beverage. I'll be right back. God dang. I look fat on camera. Let's see. I think you can still hear me if I'm not mistaken. Should be able to be. Should be able to be. Let's talk about that for a second. You should still be able to hear me. There we go. You see? That's how you spoke English there, buddy. So, my daughter Skellyhog, she loves Clamato. I buy Clamato for my red beers that I like to make, but she finishes it. Well, in this case, I guess nearly. So there you go, another unofficial sponsor for tonight's broadcast. Clamato, which is actually made by Mott's, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Same people that bring you apple juice. That's gone. And tonight's third unofficial sponsor is Unibev, owners of Anheuser-Busch. Alright, turn off that light. Bud Light Platinum. Alright, let's put that there. Okay, back to the action. Warguard Marauder. Alright, those guys are taken care of. Let's continue jaunting down the stairs. Alright, new waypoint.
Get away from the ram!
Okay. Undying, enduring guardian of condemnation. Jesus. Okay.
Not yet.
It equipped it. I didn't want that. It's the same freaking shield, man. Anything good? Nothing good. Ah, let's see that one. Now it's the keeper there, buddy. There we go. Ah, I hate it when I start running into this. There, I'll leave it that like that. Woodward. Word. Yeah, that's a terrible name too. Sorry, Blizzard. I love your game. I know it sounds like it may sound like I'm complaining a lot. I really do like this game. Speaking of Blizzard, Overwatch is free this weekend. If I remember seeing the ad correctly on Game Informer. So if you guys haven't played Overwatch, I haven't. Give it a shot. I'm not going to, because I have this game to play. And I'm not going to play another game until I finish this one. Alright, let's speak with Tyrael. He's my partner in crime.
I bear grave news, my friend. The Sliver has revealed Malthael's plan to me, and it is worse than I could have imagined. He means to use the Black Soul Stone to capture all demonic essences, even those that linger in human hearts.
Well, that's not good.
If the stone is altered to rip the demonic essence out of every man, woman, and child on Sanctuary, they will all die.
No, we can still stop him, and we begin by attacking the fortress.
Malthael is fundamentally altering the Black Soul Stone. It will now pull in all the demonic essence from whatever plane of existence it finds itself in. But mankind is born of angel and demon alike. Every mortal, save myself, has demonic essence as an intrinsic part of their being. Losing that will rip their body and soul apart.
Okay. That's what Tyrael has to say about it. That little asterisk over his head means he's got other things to say, so let's listen up.
I never thought I would return here. Pandemonium was our battlefield for ages on end. Demons' blood saturated this ground. Many angels died defending it.
There doesn't seem to be much here worth fighting for.
Our battles revolved around the World Stone, I had the Pandemonium Fortress built in order to protect it.
Worldstone, I think, was destroyed, if I'm not mistaken.
Malthael was one of your brethren. Why did you not search for him when he left the heavens?
Malthael kept to himself much of the time, and he was known to leave without warning. Eventually, the Council became concerned. We sent his closest followers to find him. Most of them did not return.
Of course. Urzael and the Maidens. They found him and followed him into madness.
It seems so.
Urzael was Malthael's was the main baddie in this one. Malthael's lieutenant. I've already disposed of him.
So you built this great mess of a fortress.
Not on my own, but it was my idea, yes. The angels raised it around the Worldstone many eons ago.
So I expect you know about an unguarded sally port then?
I fear not. The fortress is always changing, caught between the forces of heaven and hell.
So in other words, you can't tell me. Right, he's done talking. So I like doing that from time to time just to see how much further we have to go, and it looks like there's two or three more spots before this act is finished. So it doesn't look like I'll finish it tonight. It was foolish to hope. Alright, down to the ram. Oh, we're on the ram. Okay, cool.
We can't move until they break those hooks! One last strike.
Yeah. Hold on. Before that proceeds any further. So time to get rid of that. Let's use Captain America's shield. Ah, come on. Okay, fine.
It is done.
Standing on top of a ram means I'm fighting a boss. Miserly Archon Gauntlets of Omens. Jeez. What's the name? Cool, I like that one. That sounds cool. Alright, I think that's actually the last skill. Okay, so I've gotten to the point now where I'm starting to get all of these skills on. Enemies in adjusted area deal reduced damage. So there's certain ones that I like more than others. Shield glare. Most damage. Heal. Okay, so I do like that one. I think. Still to judge enemies critically. Okay, so for me it's between the shield glare let's do that, that sounds cool. Explode if their health is low. Okay. Alright, so that already took me there.
Pandemonium Fortress.
Yes, it is. I guess Tyrael had something
When I
to
fought
say.
Malthael, my sword passed through him like air. He is in a state of death and life, impervious to physical harm. Your strength is not enough. To defeat him, you must channel the power of death as he does.
Nice.
There are many spirits below. Perhaps they can help.
The power of the dead. If you could become one with it, you would be as Malthael is, and you could face him. But you must find a way, quickly. Every moment, thousands die, and Malthael's power grows beyond anything I have ever seen.
Oh, he's got more to say. Hold
The
on.
fortress feels strange and new to me, though I have come here times beyond count as its champion and as its liberator. It changes to match the nature of whoever controls it, but I have never seen it like this while under the control of an angel.
Malthael is like no other angel.
Words of wisdom. I guess I heard everything he had to say. Out of the way. Okay. Downstairs it is.
A crusader comes to us.
Yes.
That spirit, so familiar.
You saw him too.
It's my former master. I don't know. I have no idea who that was. Okay. Stuff to break. That's good. I like breaking stuff.
Master, is that you? But I saw you die all those years ago.
I have watched you, Crusader. You have done more than any other and honored the name we both bear.
It's also X-Men
Master,
32X.
I have tried only to live as you taught me.
And you have, but the work of the Crusade waits for you.
I must find a way to defeat Malthael, or even the Crusade will fail.
Many Crusaders are imprisoned deep within the fortress. We have only the strength to open a path for you. Free us, and the spirit of every Crusader who has ever died will lend you strength.
That sounds good. Oh, he's got more to say.
I remember when I found you in that village in the east, a snot-nosed boy of 12.
Is this really necessary? I've the Angel of Death to fight, and the Crusade to carry on.
You swore the oath, and you meant
It's
it.
actually the same
How you
character model. If you
cried
guys
that
look at it,
first night,
it just adds the beard, changes the
and
color
the
of the skin.
next.
I never.
When you were still sleeping after a week, I thought about taking you back to your village. But even then, I saw it in you. You would be the greatest of us. The living cannot touch Malthael, because he is an aspect of death. But we who are dead can give you the power to harm him.
Yeah.
I trust you will know what to do when you have that power.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Malthael will fall. Death is a necessary part of life. If I kill Malthael...
Malthael is the aspect of death. He feeds off death and is attuned to it, but he is not necessary to it. There was death before Malthael, and there will be death after.
Good.
Still, you must understand, it is no small matter to kill the Angel of Death. You will change everything.
Okay, that's all he's got to say on that. I don't know what just happened. Okay. Cutscene. Okay, you guys get to see the
Black Soulstone journeys through the portal to Sanctuary. Even now it spreads death across your world.
Sanctuary is where the humans live.
And so ends the eternal conflict.
That's what he's going for. That's the death gate. Let's leave him to the other side, I guess. I want to see what's over here first before I step into the portal. And there's nothing. Total waste of time. Thank you. You guys look intense. Guess I just broke something. That's a big lead. That's right, I had the shield. That's the shield one. Down. There we go. Okay. Right, so let's take one of these forks in the road. Let's actually backtrack all the way over here. And let's take the first fork in the road. Which would be this one right here. He gone. And let's just walk this way just to kind of fill in the space. There we go.
I slew demons beyond count. I won battles and broke sieges, but it availed me nothing. I know that this war can have no victor, only an eternity of revenge, pride, and hatred. Tyrael does not understand. He cannot see beyond the glory of battle. In time he may, but that day is not yet here.
Sorry to drift. Can't do that. On YouTube! Can't be falling asleep. What's wrong with you? Alright, let's go this way. Can't use that. Alright, so I came back that way. Alright, let's go ahead and backtrack. Sorry, I'm very thorough in the way that I explore levels and worlds and dungeons and drive some people crazy.
must be others who seek a way out of the endless strife. Angels and demons who feel enslaved by our fate. I cannot be unique in all of creation. I know my path. I will find those disillusioned of the war and lead them.
My father is content to fight the same battles and the same foes while everything turns to ashes. Those victories might last a day, or a year, or 100 years. The war will never be won so long as he and his brothers lead. There is an end. Fools like my father are too blind to see it.
Okay. Throw out that rubble. Yeah, they're coming out of the woodwork. Okay, let's go back over here. Alright, nothing there. So most of these have led to pretty much dead ends. There's a guy over there. Did you guys see him in the background? That was cool though. That's broken. More rubble.
Patience.
A mighty foe has fallen.
Oh, it's not gonna let me equip it? That's locked. Level 60. Great. Okay, backtrack this way.
I was struck down in the third charge. I lay upon the ground, only to wake in chains. I did not know that demons took prisoners. I babbled like a fool about my dreams of escaping this war. My captain freed me and said that we would meet again. Her name was Lilith, daughter of Mephisto.
want to make sure of is I want to make sure that that top portion there, I want to make sure that's just its own
You
little
never said what the prophet
section,
told you about me.
or if it's just a mirror
I had
image of
almost
what's
forgotten
below.
about that. It is just that I am so used to it now. It seemed so strange at the beginning.
Was it about my faith?
No, not that. But I really should not say. It was told to me in context.
More stuff about Lilith.
I took a prisoner in the battle, an angel whose light was dimming. I brought him to my lair for my amusement. But he surprised me. My touch seemed to breathe life into him. He raved like a madman about how he wished to escape the war. Perhaps I have found someone I can use.
That actually sounds a lot like Assad's Ventures in the book that I'm reading. Meaning what she stated. Not necessarily the voice. Wait for that to power back down. Run on through to the other side. Okay, so in this instance, let me get us there, and I will call it quits there at that point, because I am falling asleep. You guys saw me. It's true. It happens to me when I'm playing. No fault to the game, but it happens. I've been awake for more than a few hours, so I hope you guys liked the game and the experience of me watching it. I know that it wasn't necessarily as comical as it normally is with the kids. I love having Skelly and Pizza Pizza on these videos with me, and I prefer to do it that way. But in this instance, I hope that I served as a more than adequate replacement for the kids. And I hope you enjoyed the game. Again, if you guys like dungeon crawlers, if you like picking up loot like you did in Darksiders 2, or any other game of that matter, I mean, Diablo is the precursor to all of those. So I highly recommend you check out this game. I'll be playing it until I finish it, and you guys saw I'm relatively close to finishing the game. Sorry. Relatively close to finishing up the game. So hopefully you can join the game Diablo. This is from Frederick Cardinal. Thanks for watching. You could, except I'm about to sign off. So hopefully you find someone that's gonna continue playing, because I'm gonna sign off. But thank you for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you guys like the videos, of course, you can continue following me here on YouTube. Every Saturday night between 11 and 12 Mountain Daylight Time, I will be making these videos, normally along with my kids. I won't be playing Diablo again unless they decide to not come on with me. But if they don't, then I'll be playing Diablo until I finish it. And if not, then again, like I said, the next game on my list is Dust and Elysian Tale. And then after that, I have no idea. I don't go that far ahead. I'll end up at one or two games out. What else was I gonna say? So yeah, please, if you guys like the channel, please subscribe. I really would appreciate it. Like the videos, watch the ads, do all that good stuff. Look out for my Twitch channel. As soon as I have that posted, I'll mention it here in one of the videos that I'll post in the future. What else? Oh, you can also follow me on Twitter at IKEJG32, or just search for XMegaman32X. You'll find me there. So for the absent but missed Skelly Huckle 5, my youngest daughter makes pizza from Mega Baby, and for my wife, I am XMegaman32X signing off for tonight. From my family to yours, I hope you have a blessed rest of your day. Thanks for joining me. Come back and see me next week. But for the time being, I must say adieu, so long, sayonara, see you later, and see ya!